When I was young, I was sitting at my grandparents' house on a bench. I was eating tangerine at a time, and I kind of just spacing out until I saw a rat just running across my sight, and then I do what some people do. I try to chase it. I know some of you may scared of rat. Yes, people scared of them even if they're little creature. In fact, in England, they are the top 3 animal that people scared. Okay, so why do I chase that rat? Well, in my grandparents' house, we have this warehouse of salt where we keep our rice. They come in big bags. They come in like 50 kilos bag, and those rats, they would tear the bag and spill the rice all over the place, and they would eat the spilled rice. And sometimes they even leave dropping feces on the pile of rice, which is disgusting, and you don't want that in your food. So in order to protect our rice, we often set traps, we poison them, and like my case, when we see them out in the open, chase them. And now, so back to my story. At one point when I chased the rat, it got itself into the corner. And as I was about to hit it with the broomstick that I grabbed during the chase, it suddenly launches back and tried to attack me, which put a scratch on my foot. And the moment I flinched and let my guard down to check the scratch on my foot, the rat, he took that opportunity to make an escape. And I've never seen that little guy again in my entire life. So why? I didn't know at that time, why did a normally passive rat decided to attack me at that time? And later I found out through an article online saying it's a natural instinct of an animal or a defense mechanism of sorts that it try to attack when it senses that its life is in danger. It has nothing to lose anyway, because if it doesn't attack and would go by the fate, it would be died by my hand. And if it decided to attack and I flinched just like I just did, it gave an opportunity for an escape. And not just rats, animals in animal kingdom are born equipped with this kind of instinct that allow them to defend themselves in a dangerous predicament. And so is human. But as we gradually evolve into the modern civilization, we develop a different kind of skill, that can pull us through in our own surrounding. A skill that solves the problem around us. For instance, let's say there's a place you really want to visit. Let's say it's a waterfall. You heard about it, you've seen it online, and your friend, someone you know, visit there. And they say it's a really great place, so you want to visit that place. Okay? And you prepared, and on that day you set out. And until the intersection of the waterfall, the road was smooth, and the further you go into your journey to the waterfall, you start to notice a bumpy road, a little bumpy that you don't think much about it because, well, it's a road, it's an old road, and obviously it corrodes over time, and it's in a remote area, so it's difficult for the maintenance team to maintain the road. So you just casually continue your journey through the road. And later you start to notice a noticeable pothole over here and over there on the road that that still you don't think much about it and just casually avoid it, drive over it, and continue on your way until you go in further and further. The road starts to get rougher and rougher until there's no more asphalt road, only a pothole-filled dirt road. There's a heavy rain last night. So you start to worry about your car. You start to think about turning back, but you were almost there. You're almost at the waterfall, and you don't want to be disappointed. You don't want your family to be disappointed. So you just roll with it. You try to keep avoiding the pothole as much as you possibly can. And after a while of steering the wheel of your car, you arrive. You get out of your car, you observe the scenery. It's a totally beautiful place. It's a magical place, in fact. And you feel as if you were the only human to come in contact with this place. And you can't help but to think back that you can't help to be grateful that you even start out this journey, that you decided to continue when you see all those potholes on the road, and can't help to be grateful, can't help to think that it all worth your effort here. It all worth your effort of avoiding all those potholes. And so you see, the waterfall is like your dream, your ambition, something that you decide to pursue, and the road is the way to that goal. First at the beginning of the journey, you'll start to notice a very smooth road, a well-paved road, but it'll get bumpy over time, and those bumpy are the little problem that you face that will casually solve itself, or you can solve it really easily. Then you'll start to face a slightly challenging problem that, like the pothole over here and there, you can avert or just still casually solve it. And further in your journey, the problems start to get harder and harder and harder until it gets so hard that you think of turning back, but your goal is almost in grasp. Your goal is in sight, so you just have to endure it and be prepared to solve any problem that come your way. And if you fail, it will be still a learning experience. It's better than giving up and learn nothing. And if you success, you'll be rewarded handsomely for your effort, for your hard working. And so at the end of the day, you just have to endure when you face a dead end somewhere and make that obstacle. You have to turn that obstacle that you face into your chance to grow. Thank you.